impact COVID-19 and other viral illnesses. Joining me this morning to talk more about this research project is Katie Bacamontes. She joins us live via Zoom. She's a program director for digital medicine out of Scripps Institute. Katie, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good to see you too. Thanks so much for having me.
This is so interesting. We're talking about collecting data using certain smartwatches and other activity trackers. Tell me all about tracking COVID-19 in this partnership with MTS.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just recently launched a program called Detect, which you can find at detectstudy.org. And that's exactly right. We are looking for clues within data that you might already be tracking yourself. So if you have a wearable device like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or even your smartphone, Withings, Garmin, whatever it does, whatever you use to track sleep, your step count, and in particular, we're looking for things like heart rate. And researchers in our group are looking for clues to see if we can use that data to look for signals that you might be getting sick at an individual level or a population level before you even report any symptoms or before you even experience any symptoms.
Now, this is something that you would put into a smartwatch through an app, or is this a special type of wearable device that is developed for this reason?
Nope, any device that you already own. So if you're one of those people who tracks your steps and your sleep and your activity, you can contribute. And that's exactly what the San Diego Metropolitan Transit System workers are doing. They're partnering with us. And Fitbit was nice enough to donate devices that we were able to give out to frontline workers, like the transit workers and high-risk healthcare workers down in Chula Vista. And they're helping us in the research and starting to uncover those patterns that might lead to earlier detection.
Okay, so this
is open to anybody.
And this is, Katie, a study that is going on right now. So Scripps Research and MTS partnering up to do this study. And I'm hearing that there are tens of thousands of people that are participating in this study.
Yeah, that's right. We have over 35,000 people all across the country already contributing their data to the study. And we're looking for many, many more. So we're hoping to get over 100,000 people who join the study with us and become partners, true citizen scientists, so they can help researchers like us detect patterns. And that's going to lead us to better outcomes faster. It's going to be able to indicate where outbreaks might be happening, and it might lead to an individual being able to figure out whether or not they're getting sick with influenza-like illness, including COVID.
You know, in this world that we're living in with so many technological advances, Katie, how do you address those who may be a little bit concerned about where their personal data, their information is going as it relates to their health? Is there something they have to consent to, I imagine?
Yeah, definitely. So they go through a consent process within our app. And privacy is a concern. It is our number one focus in any of the studies that we do at Scripps Research. We maintain, safeguards, and we de-identify data before researchers are handling it. So all of that personal identifiable information on you is stripped from the data before researchers start to analyze it and look for those clues and patterns.
Okay, very good. And basically, once again, I know you hit on this and you just alluded to it a few moments ago, but the whole point of this, once the data is collected, is really to do what?
It's really to help us understand what we should be looking for. So there's all sorts of things, right? I mean, until we get rapid tests, until everybody's testing, we don't know who's sick. There's pre-symptomatic people, there's asymptomatic people, and then there are people experiencing, pretty robust symptoms. So this is just another clue where we can track data that might be able to help us understand what are things that we need to be looking for. Is it changes in sleep and activity that can sort of, indicate that you might be fatigued early on? Is it, changes in your resting heart rate? We've seen this in flu and other viral illnesses, and now we're seeing it in COVID, where in some cases you get a resting heart rate that spikes even before you have symptoms. So what you'll be contributing in this study is the wearable data that you're already collecting through your device or your smartphone, and then you also help researchers by inputting symptoms in there. So if you, wake up with a cough one day, or things that are more COVID specific, like loss of smell or taste, indicate that in the app. Let us know that you're having symptoms, and also put in when you're getting test results back, whether they're positive or negative, and whether you're getting tested for COVID or flu. And that'll help us really start to understand what are those patterns that we should be looking for on an individual basis, and also at a population level, so we can get the resources out to the right places, understand where we need to start isolating and making sure that we're staying home and protecting ourselves and our communities.
Very, very interesting study that is going on. Katie Bacamontes, thank you so much for taking the time to explain all of this. If you want to participate in this study, you do have to be 18 years old and have to have one of these, either a smartwatch or some sort of other activity tracker, like even a Fitbit, right, Katie? You can use a Fitbit?
Even a Fitbit. You can just go to detectstudy.org, and anybody can sign up. It only takes about 5 minutes, and we would love you all to join the study and become citizen scientists and help out the researchers studying this.
Citizen scientists, I like that. Katie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much for having me. Thanks.